Hello viewers, welcome back to the Kumbi-Gikku Show on the Gikkudiaries YouTube channel. The match that we are all waiting for, the grand finale, Royal Challengers Bengaluru versus Punjab Kings, and we will have a new winner in this 18 editions, and one of them going on to win will be the 8th team to lay their hands on the coveted trophy. Royal Challengers Bengaluru, led by Rajat Patidar, Punjab Kings, led by Shreyas Iyer. You cannot ask for anything better. And who better to discuss the preview, looking ahead, than our good old friend, K. Srinath, the BCCI umpire and former first-class cricketer. Sri, all set for the final RCB versus Punjab Kings. How excited are you? How are you eagerly looking forward to this 7:30 p.m. start tonight?
I think I'm glued to my seat. I'm going to carry the seat wherever I go in the house. I ensure I'm done and dusted with everything, all my chores, and I'm glued to the seat at 7:25. Play, I'm good to go. Yes, what really interests me is you made a sweeping statement in your opening remark. You said it's going to be the 8th team that's going to lay their hands on this coveted trophy. To me, I don't look at it as the 8th team. To me, it's all about a new franchise that's going to, have their name etched on that trophy. The both are the same, but yes, two deserving teams to be in this grand finale. And would it be a game of throne of revenge or throne of avengers for Punjab Kings? They are facing off each other for the 4th time. They were locked one each at the end of the league phase. A massive loss, a horror night in the qualifier 1. And yes, a fantastic and a comprehensive victory by 5 wickets with the ball to spare in the qualifier 2. And they certainly are with the tails up, and they would be carrying forward a lot of momentum. And yes, hardly any time to regroup, but they would be a team certainly to watch out. And they certainly would want to get back onto the park as early as possible. Yes, eagerly awaiting this contest. A lot of predictions were made at the beginning of this IPL. At the end of the day, a lot of people have played the Dream 11s well and got the 2 right teams in the finals. I'm certainly pumped up and eager to watch this grand finale.
If you look at history, and of course history would matter less in such a crucial grand finales, but if you look at it, 11 times out of the last 14 times where since the playoffs began, the team that has entered the final after winning the qualifier 1 have gone on to lay their hands on the trophy. So RCB has something positive on that count?
Gikku, neither I'm a firm believer in history, nor I'm somebody who just washes my hands of it. I mean, history is always there, but it's not that history cannot be rewritten or history can be repeated. For that matter of fact, Punjab Kings can take a leaf out of the Mumbai Indians book. When they made it to the finals in a couple of seasons, I'm not sure about the editions, they didn't finish on top. They won the qualifier 2 and went on to lay the hands on the coveted cup. It's a marriage of convenience. What each team wants to look at and draw inspiration from what history says. End of it. 40 overs of intense cricket on the 3rd of night at the Conundrum, the Narendra Modi Stadium. We'll have a new victor emerging, and we all have to wait and watch.
Right. And also the years that Punjab Kings can look at is 2011 and 2013, where Mumbai Indians did well. Rather 2013 and 2017. But it is going to be a repeat of the qualifier 1, Punjab Kings versus RCB, and Shreyas Iyer, for the kind of batting that he did in the qualifier 2, he would be wanting to pay back with interest for what happened in qualifier 1. How charged up would he be? How charged up would Punjab Kings be come the final?
I think certainly they were a battle-scarred team till they played the qualifier 2. And more than the body of physical blows, I think it was the mental scars that were really, looking big. But the sort of comeback they made, the turnaround was massive. There would be a lot of verbal duels. There would be, verbal volleys, and nobody better than the man himself, the king, would be directing that, and he would be reminding the Punjab batters when they are out in the middle about that night in Bulanpur. But yes, they have proved saying that they would not lay low, succumb to what happened that particular day. They came back like a side possessed, and they beat who else? The five-time reigning champions, Mumbai Indians, to march into the finals. Yes, Shreyas Iyer would come out with an agenda, and certainly it would be payback time. And always a wounded tiger is the most dangerous one. And that's what Shreyas Iyer looked like in the qualifier too. He would be certainly a man on a mission in the finals, and he would be the one certainly RCB would have to watch out for.
And just like Shreyas Iyer on the Punjab Kings ranks, you have the king, Kohli, 17 years, 3 times final, just so near yet so far. He would be so desperate to win this time. If not this time, I don't think it's going to happen. So how it has to be now or never. So that is the kind of form that RCB has been in right through. And they have had a fantastic away record away from Bengaluru. And like you mentioned in one of the earlier episodes, that they changed their home ground to away from Bangalore, playing in Ahmedabad. You cannot get a better venue, better atmosphere than make it count, at least for King Kohli. Like we remember 2011 World Cup, ICC Cricket World Cup. The Indian team had a slogan, "Let's do it for Sachin Tendulkar." RCB, though quietly, would have been in the dressing room, be talking among themselves, "Let's do it for Virat Kohli."
Certainly, yes. Reasons, a couple of them I can put my finger on for RCB this year. It's been the consistent cricket they've played. And it's typically not revolved around, the batters in RCB. Otherwise, it's always been the batters who've hogged the limelight. 8 different player of the match awards. And we've had 3 bowlers hogging the player of the match awards. That shows that the bowlers have come to the party. So that means it's looked like a rounded side. And they have covered all bases this year, as we've discussed earlier about the auction strategy. And yes, when a team has played so well over the last 8 weeks, you can say 9 weeks because we had a break in between of 9 days due to reasons. And if at all, there is one deserving winner on that night, there certainly have to be. But yes, I feel my heart goes out saying that, it has to be RCB. 18th edition, number 18 jersey. What other venue do you require to have such a grand finale being played? And yes, there would be millions of fans across the world because the sort of fan following and fan base, the loyalists of RCB, they would be praying for an RCB victory. But mind you, they're just not going to get it on a canter or it's going to be presented on a platter to them. They're up against a wounded tiger. They would certainly remember that night wherein they were streamrolled. They're up against a side which is full of confidence and they're carrying forward a momentum. That's Punjab Kings. Yes, Kohli, it's a big night for him. But, I wouldn't say now or never, because you never know, will Kohli turn out for a couple of more years with RCB, how much of hunger is got in him. But yes, I think this is the year for them. This is the year beckoning, and third is the night. Would that be the eventful night for RCB? We'll have to wait and watch.
And the Punjab Kings fans would be hoping for Shreyas Iyer and their team to pay back with interest for the defeat that they suffered at the hands of RCB in Qualifier 1. You being in Bangalore, you are going by the surroundings. It's like you are in a cricket match with your camp boys. How is the mood? And are they all one list talking about RCB lifting the trophy? Because yesterday at the Qualifier 2, when RCB was not involved, Mumbai Indians versus Punjab Kings, we saw a few RCB jerseys being worn at the stadium.
Yes, the mood is pretty upbeat here. And what else can you expect from the boys in Bengaluru? They're all pumped up and they say they're just waiting for the night on 3rd. They just want to be glued to the television sets. And they've all decided that they're going to sit as a group, wear the RCB jersey and, cheer for RCB. The fan following has been crazy. 3 teams in this IPL franchisee history has seen that, the sort of fan following they have, the loyalists. One is RCB, of course. They top the list, followed by CSK and Mumbai Indians. wherever RCB plays, they bleed red. So yesterday we had a few fans out there cheering for whom, I'm not sure. Certainly they would be saying that we would like to see Punjab in the finals, thinking that they could steamroll them over again. Yes, but as I say, it's a big night, and we've seen champions in both sides. And who else better to be there out on that particular night, knowing the demands of what it needs to be out there in the middle. Virat Kohli. Yes, I think majority of them would be praying for King Kohli. But as you say, the Punjab Kings fans would look at this as a revenge game. Overall, I think it's an interesting game and should be a cracker of a game.
How much of pressure would be on RCB? I'm sure they would try to shut out all the outside noises, but considering the fan following and the expectations are heavily on them, like we discussed, this is the time for them to lift the trophy now or never. How much of the pressure of expectations will be on RCB? Whereas on the other hand, Punjab Kings, they have nothing to lose, isn't it? It's having come this far. Like how Shreyas Iyer did it for KKR last year, he could also be doing it for Punjab Kings without the heavy expectations from their fans, because we know the fans of RCB are huge in number compared to the PBKS fans.
I mean, yes, in terms of fan following, I think RCB beats everybody hands down. But why would you say that there won't be expectations and pressure on Punjab Kings? Having come this far, and mind you, the record of Shreyas Iyer, he's led two other franchises to finals. One was Delhi Daredevils those days, and then he led the hands on the trophy with KKR last year. And he's been the first captain to captain three franchises and put them in the finals. So why would you say that Shreyas Iyer or Punjab Kings would be happy and play saying that they have nothing to lose? They certainly would come out with an agenda, having come this far and having been done and dusted in the qualifier one, and everybody wrote them off saying, including me and you also, we said that, it would be a MI RCB final. They have proved the world wrong. And they certainly would come out, sending a strong message and statement saying that we are here to lay the hands on our trophy. Yes, coming to pressure, honestly speaking, the last couple of weeks have been, pretty low-key for the RCB management and fans. They have not been that vocal like they have been in the previous years, talking about Isala Cup Namde. So I think that's one good thing. Yes, the name of the game is pressure. Again, I would emphasize, the big night, the team that can handle the pressure well will certainly come out trumps. Adding to that, it's about identifying your key players and, playing those big moments well. Because this is the last time you're going to see two teams turn out in this edition of the IPL. Yes, both teams would be equally pumped up to lay their hands on the trophy. But who else than the man, Virat Kohli? The world is looking forward to him and RCB turn out a big performance on that night. But as I always say, you've got another team who's going to turn out on the park. And who else? The deserving finalist in Punjab Kings.
Of course, Punjab Kings are not there just to make the numbers. And if they go on to win, Shreyas Iyer will be the first captain to win the title for two different franchises. Something like, and if Patidar does it for RCB, first-timer captain, winning the title, like what Hardik Pandya did it for Gujarat Titans in their inaugural year 2022. How do you look at the battle, the war within the battle within the war? Matchups, Punjab Kings, individuals versus RCB.
I'm looking forward to maybe an Arshdeep and Virat Kohli. And if Virat Kohli is going to go the distance, maybe then Yuzi Chahal and Virat, that would be an interesting matchup. And yes, the potent new ball attack of RCB, they have left some big mental scars on Prabh Simran and Priyan Sharia. And for these two uncapped Indian players who had a wonderful run in this IPL, I think they would go all out and not be literally bogged down by the names of, Hazelwood or Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. And certainly they'll come out there and would look forward and prove a point. So this is what I'm looking forward to. The pace battery of RCB trying to make early inroads, and Arshdeep Singh and Yuzi Chahal. As I said, if Virat goes the distance, that would be real important matchups in this final.
And there are these big names, but somebody who has made a quiet impact has been Bangalore's own Vaishak Vijayakumar, turning out for Punjab Kings. How has he been? How have you been impressed with his kind of bowling? And if I remember correct, he was the key bowler in a league match, coming as an impact sub and winning it for Punjab Kings in one of the earlier league matches. So how crucial is Vaishak Vijayakumar? And of course, he has played or made his debut in our IPL for RCB, but now is going to play against RCB.
True, a real good find, and he's done extremely well in the last couple of seasons. Yes, I always thought that he was not utilized big time with the Punjab Kings. Of course, they had the likes of Janssen till the league stage, wherein it was difficult for him to come into the side. But yes, a big occasion for him to prove a point, not only to himself and for the side. And as you said, no better platform to play against his former team, and he certainly would be, going all out there. And yes, I've been pretty impressed with the way he's bowled. He's worked on those slow bouncers, bowling it into the pitch, and his execution of Yorkers have been extremely good. And yes, also I believe that he certainly would look forward to this big opportunity.
And the kind of form that Shreyas Iyer has been, who do you think can pose threats to Shreyas Iyer from the RCB bowling ranks?
I mean, he wouldn't be really bothered about whom he's going to look up to. If at all, I feel it could be Josh Hazelwood. But I don't think the sort of form he's in today is going to be deterred by anything. But that certainly would be a good matchup. We certainly would look at Hazelwood coming in and bowl an over when Shreyas Iyer is around.
And also among the matchups, Yuzvendra Chahal playing against his old team like Vaishak Vijayakumar, that will be quite interesting. And if Kohli lasts longer, Yuzvendra Chahal versus Virat Kohli will be quite a contest.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any team, looking at their old player who's turning out in the opponent would certainly be very interesting.
Okay, so who is your money on Sri RCB? I'm sure your heart says RCB, mind says PBKS, or it's both heart and mind saying RCB.
Yeah, my heart says it's RCB, and the wait has been pretty long. And, the fans are looking forward to Virat Kohli laying his hands on that trophy. But somewhere it's going to be a pretty even contest. And I wouldn't say, it's going to be 60-40 or 70-30 in somebody's favor. But I feel that with the momentum Punjab Kings is bought into this game, I somewhere feel it's going to be a game that's going to be 51-49. I would give 51 to RCB and 49 to Punjab Kings. But, as a former cricketer and current umpire and a avid cricket follower, all that I want to look at is a fantastic game of cricket. And what else do you want to look at in a grand finale?
Not just you, Sri. It's the entire India, the entire cricketing world will be looking forward to a hot contest, even contest, and certainly not the damn squib that the two teams turned out in the previous meeting. So on that note, we wait eagerly for the toss at 7 p.m. and the first ball to be bowled at 7:30, and praying that the weather does not play spoil sport like it did for 2.25 hours on qualifier 2 evening. On that note, thank you, Sri, very much. Fantastic listening to you and the matchups. Let's hope. May the best team win. What else to say than may the best team win?
Absolutely. Looking forward to the grand finale.
Thank you, and see you soon with the review of this final in the next 24 hours. Bye-bye. Thank you, viewers. Take care and have a good week ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jikku. Thank you.